Hi there, Scott from Wessex Blades. Thanks for joining me again. Thanks to everybody who's been following me the last couple of months as I'm trundling through the summer in semi-preparation for the knife show in November. There will be trying to move on with long-standing orders along with a little bit of stock. So I've got a table full in the late autumn. And what I've managed to do is, with the stock, move one on every now and again, and we're at the point where this one I've managed to sell, and so what I thought would be good was the last few stages of prep just before it would go. I'll share with you. Now that you've already had it, I'm just going to repeat it once more for everybody. So the blade itself is 52-100, and the handle is stabilized sported. The leather is originally veg tan leather. Okay, so what we've done is we've dyed it and then treated it with conservator's choice top coat of Canuba, and then the final top coat is conservator grade. This is conservator grade top coat of wax. That's most of the leather. The actual side there where the welts are, what I do is I resin that. This may have had 8 to 10 wipes of it, so we'll just do that once more. I'm going to do the edge first and then the wax, so that the wax doesn't end up on the resin, and the resin is neatly put without creeping onto the wax. So it's just a simple sort of dip with something like this. I also do a bit of the edges here to stop ingress of dirt and water through the edges of the slicked over, rounded over leather edges, and I also do down inside there as well. So the inside is resined, and you treat it and feed it from the outside. So the outside, the majority of it apart from the edge, you can refeed it with conservators, some wax, some leather food to improve and give longevity to the leather, because it's a natural product. So that's just a case like that, and that is resin, which is an acrylic waterproofy sort of top coat. So that protects with a bit of a shine rather than something you've got to buff up. So that there, I'll just finger that off like that, and you can tell how many coats that would have had. The other thing I would do is, once the conservator's choice has been put in, I give it multiple coats. So the gentleman would have put the age check through, I would have checked that, the payment would have been made, and then would give myself another couple of days to give it more of this. Just from it leaving here, it's had a lot of work. So down the back of there, I kind of feed the leather. That is resin, and then I force the Canuba cream into the stitching a bit. Canuba. Use a soft cloth. Down inside the stitching. And that would need a few minutes to dry off before you would buff it. There's no point because in a minute, when it's dry, that goes on. So that gets another, as I say, that's another layer of carnauba going on it. Now, if I had a few batches, I could do a few more of those, but because it's just one, I'm onto the knife. All I do is touch the boiled linseed, just boiled linseed, just dab the end in, behave, like that. Touch a kitchen roll, and just the light going off at the high shine allows you to see any conceivable flaws, scratches. Obviously we've gone over owner, but that's the beauty of doing it with this under a lot of different lights. So I'm checking the brass, the fine satin finish is all looking neat and tidy. The finish of the handle, my new, where's the bum and end up there? My new end there. I do a little bit of special work in the corners. And of course, because this is sort of oiled and the inside of the sheath is resined, when you put it in, you don't put weird oil into the lever, because I've sealed the inside. So if you had a lot of oil on your knife and you put it into leather and it's a really hot day, the leather can come through and it makes it stain and looks odd if you've really overloaded it. So to avoid that, over time you've oiled it, put away, I inside treat with resin in the sheath and feed it from the outside. That's my standard. So that's just got the last little additional coating of boiled linseed, and then the blade itself I also do the receipt a little bit as well, just so the customer can see it's had its check. 3-in-1. Just move it around. That's now 3-in-1 boiled linseed. Put that there. And now what we're looking at is the final, which is the Ren Wax, which is a museum curator sort of standard product. And the trick with this is to use a minimal amount, but you can buff it almost immediately. So I'll leave that in just sort of on camera. Renaissance wax, not a funny line anything on it. So just a little on the cloth, and it goes over everything like that. But once it's on, it gives it a sort of dull look, but you could immediately, as in like a few seconds, buff it. So you buff that top microcrystalline wax. And that then is the final McFinal. And it would go wrapped up and away. Thanks for watching. Scott Wessex Blades Making. Huge thanks again to Patreon for all your support. As we move on through the summer, hope to finish off orders and additional little beauties like this, which I can let go. Scott Wessex Blades Making. Perfect 10 minutes. See you next one.